What is good, people? Back with another episode, another Thursday, another episode in. Before we get into today's episode, we're going to hit something different. We're going to call it a debate at 8. So what that is 8 o'clock.
Having a debate.
And having a debate.
Off the cuff for it.
There's not too much news to go around. There was some breaking news that I literally just found out on my phone just before recording this. So, but it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. We'll jump into that into a minute, but we'll have some debates on today, and obviously we've got the chat going. Hopefully we can get some people joining in. Obviously it's just a little late, so hopefully everyone still joins in and we can get some people in here. But yeah, debating at 8. We're going to talk some NFL. There has been a little bit of news, but nothing like ridiculous so far. But yeah, it's another dawn, another pod, another week. We have our website, which is all up and running. So if you guys want to check that out, atppodcast.net, go over there, check out all the articles. And if you are new around here, subscribe. It helps out a lot.
Oh, and also, we'd like to apologize for the late start. So I know, EMP systems, traffic, and all these factors just led us to, to just not be able to do it. I'm so sorry.
EMP systems traffic is one extreme to the other, right?
No, I'm saying, bro, just be like that sometimes, man.
So anyway, we're here now. We're here now. There's no excuse for, to skip a debate and skip what we've got. The news I do want to bring up, and I guess we'll go straight in it for today's episode, is just announced, right? And this is something that I'm happy about because I've been moaning on about it for a long time now. And in my opinion, it's needed to change, right? We know we've got color rush, right? We've got we've got all this, ability for the teams to change their jerseys and look a bit more, vibrant on the field. We've just been announced that in 2022, so starting next season, teams can actually wear alternative helmets. Really? Your throwback helmets, you can bring them in there. I don't know if any teams are gonna bring back, but I mean, I'm happy with that. I've been a huge advocate to allow teams to really spruce things up. I've wanted the throwback jerseys back in for a long time now, and now it's finally back. It's not the throwbacks, but
that's the thing though. Like low key, you'll look at. I don't know, for certain teams, I think it'll look a bit weird if you just. I don't even think it'd be much of a difference unless it's like a whole different color or something. Like it may not be that much of a difference.
Just imagine your Miami Dolphins with a throwback helmet on with the old logos on and everything, looking like it's. You can't tell me you wouldn't like it a little bit.
I mean, it'd be cool, but it's just like such a minimal.
It is minimal, but for what
rather just I mean, they already wear the alternates, but they have to wear them more or something,
Maybe if you allowed alternate helmets, potentially we have the ability to have different designs on helmets, which would be cool.
Well, yeah, I think in NBA, how I don't know if you know how it works, but obviously you have like city jerseys. Mm-hmm. So it's like each team,
the Bay,
they make like new different theme jerseys every year. I think that'd be kind of, because with the color rush, I swear it's inconsistent because certain teams have one now. Dolphins haven't had one in years, bro. So at that point, I don't even know.
I mean, with the helmets, I mean, you can't go wrong with a different helmet. You can't go wrong with a different helmet. I'm just excited to see them implement it because with the NFL, we used to no change at all. It's always just the same old. They don't like to incorporate. I get, but now that they're changing the numbers as well, right? Like players can go. You see wide receivers walking around with number 2,
yeah,
and it's like
crazy, man.
So I guess if they're going in the direction of changing,
I don't like that.
I don't like. I 100%. I'm cool with new uniforms. I'm cool with helmets. I'm cool with changing up schemes for a game or two.
Bro, that's the numbers. At the end of the day, it's just numbers, bro. But bro, I've always known 10 to 19 receiver and 8 to 89 and bro.
It's weird. It's like you get,
maybe for receivers, defensive backs, maybe it's not too bad. But then you have linebackers that can wear number 5 or something.
Because do you remember when Joe Flacco was playing with the Ravens, right? Mm-hmm. I can't remember if he was wearing number 3 or number 5. I believe it was 3 though, right?
With the Ravens.
It was at number 5, right? So, and I can't remember who it is, but one of the Ravens wide receivers came out a couple of days back and said that he is going to wear number 5. So that number 5 jersey hasn't been worn since Joe Flacco was in the Ravens. Now it's being worn by a wide receiver. And I know it seems minimal, but it's completely.
Were they ever gonna like retire his jersey or something?
I doubt they would want to retire Joe Flacco's jersey.
I want a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not really the great. He's not. His legacy is not nothing to be retired on. There's some players that play years for a team and they don't. Don't bother gracing the jerseys. But yeah, I don't like the idea of teams having. Not teams, players having these stupid numbers.
Just stupid, bro. Because it's like, I'm saying it's just
no consistency.
Yeah, I feel like it just feel fucking like, bro. Cause like, you can look back at players, like, oh, who was the last QB to wear, this number, that number, and it's like, now it's just, like 50 years from now, bro, it's probably gonna be letters on the jerseys or something at this point, bro.
Letters
like 2Z or like ZIQ. I don't even know, bro. Like
custom number plate.
Custom. That's what jerseys. I'm saying, bro. Like at this point, I don't even know. Bro. I think you should just keep it how it was. I'm saying, but I mean, if they want to, that's obviously all news. I'm saying.
A lot of them are going back to their college numbers.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are wanting to go back to their college numbers. Probably feel their younger days in them. But when you've got, there's something that doesn't sit right with me is seeing a wide receiver run downfield with the number 2.
Yeah.
Or like, seeing someone,
it don't look like, I don't know, it don't look professional, bro.
I think it's we're just so used to, and it make number one, if you're, I know Bill Belichick and Tom Brady both came out about this.
About the personnel and shit.
With the personnel. If you're a QB, so with Tom Brady lining up under center for 20 plus years now.
Yeah.
And you quickly glance and you see a number, you roughly know where that number is.
Yeah.
Now you can look at a safety and see him wearing like number 15.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you're like,
you get confused, bro.
So who's dropped there? And it makes it so much simpler to scheme against. But I guess the NFL are just doing it because they want.
It makes it harder to scheme against.
Yeah. So yeah. But when you know who's wearing what number.
Yeah.
There's so many changes. There's so many changes to people's numbers, and I'm just like, all these players talking about I want to go back to like number 13, and it's like you're 20, like 24, 27, and it's like, I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it, but I mean, I guess it is what it is, and there's nothing we could do about it.
Yeah, but look, you just shouldn't even. You probably shouldn't even be allowed to change your number, bro, unless it's like, like a star player or like like a star player switching with like another person, then they can change it. They can give up their number if they want. Well, I think they shouldn't, like, otherwise really shouldn't be.
I don't like it.
No, I just don't.
I'm not moving with it. I'm not moving with it. But at least we've got some cool helmets coming our way.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see if any teams come out with something special. People who collect like helmet figures and all that shit, they're going to be happy. That's going to be a happy day for them when they can add a new thing to their showcase. And maybe if one looks nice, maybe you pick one up, put it on your mantelpiece, make it look good. But unless other than that, I mean, the only thing now we've got to do is we've got new helmets, and now everyone's changing their jerseys, so that's a lot more money going into the NFL's pocket. It is just a big money scheme. Obviously, the NFL is just a big money scheme, but
capitalism, bro,
at its finest.
Exactly.
At its finest. I mean, I'm not going to argue the helmets, but I'm not happy with. I was fine with it at first, and I thought about it, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't want these players changing the number.
Nah, yeah, like it's just we're just used to it at this point, so. And I just don't fuck with it. But
it's the NFL. You move on with the times, man. I guess they're trying to move on with the times, and I don't know if you got anything else to say more about the jerseys, right?
Mm.
But interesting. I don't know if you've seen this the other day, but Jameis Winston. I know this is completely off track, right?
Why'd you say it like that, bro?
Like what?
Jameis.
What? Jameis. I'm calling him Jameis. All right, that's how I've always said his name, Jameis. It rolls nicer.
Jameis.
Or we can agree on this, right? Winston. We can agree on Winston. Yeah. All right, we'll keep it at Winston. Did you see his training video?
No.
I've
seen Cam Newton's training video where he's just throwing it, bro. This point, bro. You know I'm gonna say. I'll probably take place in the starting line.
Before you go, I'm not talking like a at camp training video. I'm talking about when players upload their like off-season workout videos.
Yeah.
I'm talking about those sort of videos.
That's kind of I don't know, 40 minutes, something like that.
Nah. I'm talking about. I mean, Jameis Winston has had some bangers in the past with his weird workouts. Cam Newton's, I think he's had some weird workouts as well. Derek Henry just takes it to the max, but Jameis Winston is his workout. Have you seen any videos of his workouts?
No, bro.
No. My God, this guy he does the absolute weirdest shit, and no wonder he works out just to go like 40 touchdowns and 40 interceptions in the same season, right? I don't know if this is helping him, but there's a video. They've laid up 4 dummies, right? They've got 4 like tackle bags, and he's bouncing out in between every single one. Right? They've got one drill that I'd say is a normal QB drill where they try and smack the ball out of his hand. Tell me why this guy's bouncing in between them. They're slapping the ball out of his hands and he's counting different numbers. I've got to show you this video. But Jameis Winston, I don't know if you want to call this a different breed or you want to just call this weird and wacky, but he has been on one. And I wish
what's the common factor between Cam Newton and Jameis Winston? They're doing these weird workouts, but it's probably throwing like 50 picks a season.
To be fair though, I'd rather have
Jameis Winston.
I'd rather have Jameis Winston throwing 40-40.
Yeah,
at least he got 40 touchdowns in there. And I guess if your team defense can hold up. I mean, the Bucs defense, when Jameis Winston was around, was just. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't really play. To be fair, they were on the field every 5 minutes.
Bucs were a Sideman team until season or 2 ago, bro.
Season or 2 ago, it was just last season.
Bro, yeah. Nah, I mean, they had that. They had that 3-0 start with Fitzpatrick. I remember that. Yeah, that's it. And then then it just went downhill from that point. It's just they were forgotten again. And then obviously Brady and then everyone decided to try to go join.
Just changed it up. I do have the video. Unfortunately, I don't have the video for the viewers, but you can potentially hear it. But it's a 19-second video. It's pretty simple, but let's take a look at it. You can tell me what you think of his working out methods. And tell me if you think this is a QB number 1 for the Saints.
Why is he counting like that? What the hell?
I don't know why. Why have they uploaded that?
What even was that, bro? It was just doing like figure of 8s and just shouting different numbers, bro.
6.
Just trying to count the alphabet. Not even the alphabet.
The alphabet.
It's trying to count the these times tables, bro. Just 10, 15, all of that, bro. It's crazy.
When I was thinking about why he's throwing these numbers in the air, maybe I was thinking, okay, let me think of it reasonable. Maybe it's something to do with field position. Maybe it's something to do with open wide receivers. But he's on a field. Like what's in front of him that is what is he counting these numbers?
There's a big board that says like numbers and he
has
to read them all out.
Unless it's got but even then, what's the point of that?
Because
but you know what he might be doing.
He's like focus on something.
You know what he might be doing, right? You know what he might be doing. Maybe he is counting the numbers which his wide receivers are going to be wearing on a Sunday: 4, 6, 2, 3. Because none of them are going to be over 10.
Chill out.
I don't know, man.
I think it's like triple dual awareness, bro. He needs to know. He's he has to focus on one thing and then focus on moving and then focus on not getting stripped and that. So
the one thing that guy needs to focus on is just not throwing interceptions. And that's it. That's it.
No, that should be a decent QB.
He's had a year under. I know some people don't really care about this, but I think it's quite an important factor when it comes to QBs. Just having a year under a QB who's been in the league more than, like 6-7 seasons, they've been successful.
Mm-hmm.
Just being in that position where you can understand how one of the best does it, and being behind, even though he was behind them for one season, being behind Drew Brees just for that one season, I feel like in a way elevates his game.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he was set out for the season. That's my only issue with it. Like he was out of the season. He wasn't really in it. I mean,
all I remember of Jameis Winston, bro, is him just, he threw that one like trick play or something.
Yeah, that was in the playoffs against the Bears, I believe.
Yeah, that's it
was like a 40.
It was a bum.
It was something ridiculous.
Didn't they lose?
No, they went on to play the Bucks.
Bro, last year's playoff is a blur for me, bro. All I remember is
if there's one thing,
they beat the Redskins.
If there's one thing you can remember from that game is Mitch Trubisky winning the MVP. Your mind, you don't know that, but oh my.
What do you mean he won the MVP?
Do you know that game was streamed on Nickelodeon, right?
Was it? Which one? The Bears one?
Yeah. And he won. The fans could vote for who they want to be their MVP Nickelodeon, I guess like valuable player or some shit, right? And everyone just memed it and got Mitch Trubisky this award. So I mean, I saw a Madden 22 MVP edition and it had him with like slime on it. Yeah. Surely you've seen clips on that game where there was like slime coming out the end zones and SpongeBob was.
Maybe I don't even know if I watched that
game. The whole idea of that game was to get kids more involved in football.
So like for the viewers, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't tend to follow NFC as much as I do AFC.
You gotta follow it all, man.
But because realistically, you need to follow your conference because that's like playoff implications.
Oh, look, no, for me, the playoffs are playoffs, man. It doesn't matter who's playing. I am watching. Even when I couldn't watch, I had the game in my headphones and I was playing it on like a YouTube.
But look, that's radio station. I just I think like that with Eric because like in like the NBA playoffs right now, like I much prefer to watch it East. Or actually, at this point, probably prefer to watch the West, but. Like generally, I like to watch East games more because the Heat are in the East. But like in the playoffs, I just like to watch, because I know about those teams more. So I played them more generally. So
I guess, but I mean, at the end of the day, the MVP Nickelodeon fiasco, what was it with that playoff game was one. It was a wild ride, bro. I didn't watch it. I just watched the regular streaming of it, but. I saw clips on it. I don't even get the idea. I guess for kids, but what? Teach them how to get CTE on? Like, what's the point of running a kid's NFL? It's just the NFL.
Literally the point of like, bro. What?
Probably money.
Who cares about slime, bro? Like, what the
kids, fuck? Man. I think Sean Payton got slimed after the game in his all white jersey. Yeah,
bro, I'd be throwing that, bro. Come on now.
Oh no, he did it, bro. He didn't even take his shoes off for it, man.
Bro, that's it.
I mean, yeah,
you'd actually have to see probably.
I mean, if you got all that money,
well, actually, bro. I might actually have to look this up.
Go take it. Go look it up. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, going back to what was actually originally talking about with Jameis Winston and his whole thing in New Orleans. I guess we can really start our debate here, and let's crunch it down, right? Let's start. Are you still looking for his?
I was looking at there's some Concord lows, nothing too crazy, There's some Concord highs, probably be a problem, but
mate, he's got the money. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, for real.
To be fair, he does rock it on the sideline.
Yeah, bro.
But let's.
Big, bro.
Let's get into
into it as well.
What?
AFC, NFC. Unless you're talking about something different.
I want to talk about. I want to debate this one thing before. I know you got some things planned up. But I want to debate one thing before we get onto whatever you got lined up for the show. I want to know: is Jameis Winston the right guy for the Saints? Should they have kept Jameis and kept it as it is currently him being the starter, or should they pursue someone else. What is this Saints? I know what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, Jameis
can't lie, bro. Like, probably getting dropped off first round, bro.
Well, yeah, the team's a lot weaker.
Well, yeah,
it was without Drew Brees. But I mean, do you think they should have parted ways with him, or do you think? Because obviously they brought him in. They brought him in.
No, I'm saying I think he's a good, like, stepping stone, like, transition, like, guy to have, But yeah, like, they, if they want to actually win something, then, bro, I mean, they wasn't even winning with Drew Brees, bro. So, like, what I'm saying, like, gonna kind of, actually, when I'm thinking about it now, bro, probably if Aaron Rodgers win, they might actually win a Super Bowl.
It's a point.
I didn't even think about the Saints.
It's a point, so my only issue with the Saints right now is obviously with Drew Brees being gone.
That's actually a shout,
What?
That if you went to the I know even it actually has some nice weapons there as well.
So
wait. No,
I'm going to say it as well. I'm going to say Jameis Winston isn't their guy.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have confidence in the guy who threw for 40 touchdowns and threw for like 40 interceptions, in one season.
Can never be me, bro.
He's had one
picks.
Huh?
Imagine throwing 40 picks.
40 picks. Bro. 40 picks. It's, to be fair though, that he's got some. Obviously, he had Mike Evans with him and Godwin with him when he was in with the Buccaneers. So they're two good receivers, and he still threw a lot of touchdowns and he still played. But there's just something in him that obviously throwing 40 picks is not a normal thing to do. You know what I mean? Like you've got to think it's literally like playing. I can't remember how many picks he did actually throw in that season, but it was like 40, 39, 40. But imagine putting averaging, how much is that averaging, like picks per game? 16 games, you felt like 40 picks. It's not right for a QB to do that. So I don't feel like I have the confidence in him. Right, I don't feel like he's the guy to take the team. I do feel like what he is right now is a nice stepping stone to help keep the team in a competing position without completely tanking them down the line and putting them into becoming a team. Because they've just lost.
You don't want to build a losing culture, bro.
They've just lost their guy with Drew Brees. They just lost a guy who helped build the organization. Right, if you then put that team into the dirt, there's no way of getting out.
It's literally it's not an NBA comparison, bro.
Another NBA.
Yeah, Philadelphia, bro. They've been having a losing mentality for a couple of years now, bro. And what happened, bro? They got knocked out by the Hawks.
But the thing is, they're in the playoffs. You don't want you get that to your team where they don't even make the playoffs, right? I know, at least with Drew Brees there, you have confidence in the Saints making it, right?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
At this point, with Jameis Winston in there, I don't. And they just spent loads of money on Taysom Hill. Like, this guy isn't even a
real quarterback, bro. He's like a
dual threat, wide receiver, tight end, running back, QB, whatever you want to call him. But he's not going to win you a championship. Neither is Jameis.
Lucky, bro. That was kind of me, bro. Back in the day.
Back in the day, you was a Taysom Hill,
but probably better because I was tight end, wide receiver, running back, linebacker, not quarterback, but could have been if they needed.
Could have been a quarterback if they needed you. Well, I mean, at least it would have paid good money if you was to make it to the big leagues. If you obviously only with the Saints, because the Saints are the only team to pursue that weird dual. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, if as long as Jameis is there and Taysom Hill doesn't start, I beg Taysom Hill doesn't start. This guy,
bro, if
he's not starting QB,
they're literally gonna go 1-16, bro. They might win a game or something, but they're not.
Well, I reckon they won't start him for the whole season if they start banging up 1-16.
Well, bro, imagine if Winston got injured.
Essentially, yeah. I don't even know where their situation is in QBs and how they're backing up. Anyway, we know that we both disagree that Winston is going to do any damage to teams. I think he's going to be a stepping stone. But answer the question: do you think this is the right move, or do you think they should have pursued someone? I know you just mentioned Aaron Rodgers. But realistically, the Packers don't want to trade Rodgers to an NFC team.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, you could take that off the table, because if there's anything they want to do,
I actually wouldn't be a bad fit for him though.
Might be the right fit.
It wouldn't be a bad fit.
It wouldn't be a bad fit, but
he was like the number 2 receiver for like the Saints.
Number 2 receiver. So obviously, if Emmanuel Sanders gone, no, he wasn't even number 2. So off my head, I could not tell you.
Actually, at that point, no, the Saints defense is definitely better than the Packers. So yeah, you might win.
Probably the number 2 receiver for the Saints. Probably Alvin Kamara just running out of the backfield.
Kamara and Thomas, and then you're trading Adams and Jones. That's a pretty fair trade off, I'd say. And then you get better defense. I'd say it's probably a better team.
So that's what I'm saying. So the current offense standing right now is, from what ESPN has it down, is it's Jameis Winston, the starting QB. I will read you off all the starters. Alvin Kamara, obviously. Michael Thomas, Tre'Quan Smith, Marquez Callaway, and they're their wide receivers starting.
Yeah.
So what does that say about the team?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. After you said the first person, I didn't know anyone.
Tight end Adam Trautman.
Yeah,
bro. No, don't worry about the line. Back Alex Amara. Like, their team, their offense, in my opinion, is so weak and is so in a bad position. I think you either need a QB to come in and step things up, or you just need to stay afloat. Like, no one's expecting you to go to the playoffs or win anything. No one's even expecting you to go to the playoffs. Yeah. I think their biggest goal right now is to stay alive and not go into a losing.
Low key, bro. They should trade like Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill. They put 3 first-round picks, 4 first-round picks for like Rodgers, and then get their number 2 receivers off the Packers, bro. Just so he has some help, bro.
Completely unrealistic.
That is very realistic trade, bro.
No way.
You will not do that trade, bro. 4 first-round picks.
They're not going to trade him. I don't even, to be fair, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Bro, they don't even do, bro. They're not even going to end up winning anything anyway, bro, if they don't trade him. So I don't know what they're on about, and then the team is just going to get worse because they're going to be playing good, but not good enough to actually make it to the Super Bowl, and then it's just a lose-lose situation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
In a way, I just don't. Jameis Winston is a good stepping stone to hold the team alive. He ain't going to win you a Super Bowl. He isn't going to win you playoff games. He might not even take you even near the playoffs. Yeah. But just to keep you alive and keep you afloat, right decision. But they need to make a QB change, and that's my opinion on where they need to go to be a team. And maybe Jameis Winston should focus on some more important drills, because if that's what you're releasing, I don't know what's going on in your mind, but it's probably not the right thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But anything else you want to say about Jameis?
Jameis, no, I don't.
No?
No.
Jameis.
Yes.
Jameis,
bro.
Keep him alive.
Who names their kid Jameis, bro? Sound like a soup or something.
Oh, soup.
Jameis, bro, yeah.
God knows, man. We'll get on to our next segment. We'll take a little break and then we'll head into our next segment. So give us a couple minutes and we'll be back with some more debates for you guys to listen to. So hold on and we'll be right back. Back, bro. What are you smiling for, man? You excited?
That's some nice cake, bro.
Cake, sausage roll, pizza, Fanta.
Red Fanta, bro. You don't know about a red Fanta, bro.
So I'm just checking how big the stomach is, man.
Fairly big. Getting tubby, bro.
Getting?
Bro, you're on a different level. You're on a different level to me, bro.
Getting, bro. Wait, I have bro,
it's time. It's time to hit the gym soon, bro.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, it's not even that. I just need to eat healthier, man. I just need to eat. You know how many times I said, well, I'm gonna cut out fizzy drinks. I'm gonna cut out fast food. It doesn't work.
You know what's actually? I've been drinking a lot more of recently.
What?
Yes.
Well, what are we talking about? Water.
Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been drinking more water recently.
Just more water in general. I have too, but I've still been doing fizzy drinks, and that's my downfall.
Because for the viewers who don't know, obviously, I'm an official athlete, bro. I'm just recovering, so I need to be more healthy. So I start drinking water.
Right.
Bro, today I had to go down, bro. Obviously, I'm still recovering from injuries. I had a 1v1, basketball. Cooked the guy up, man. Respect to him, but he lost. You know what I'm saying?
Did we get a step back, Sean?
You got, Did
we get any step backs?
I got a couple, KD just over the top. A couple threes.
Well, it has to be a step back, Sean. Otherwise, it don't matter.
I think for one of them, low key, I did step back. I found the James Harden double step back. The
double step
bam, 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 bam. Yeah.
Oh,
hit the bam, 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 bam. Yeah.
You sound like some guy in town who plays the bongos, bro. Insane beat.
Craziest thing, bro. We was actually out on the forest the other day. It was from the park. Yeah. For the people I know, it's a park. Yeah. No, I just we don't. I don't actually just go to like a forest to throw a ball around. Even though one of my friends actually fought that one time. He knows who he is if you're watching this point. Yeah, we saw a guy with a parrot, bro. It's the craziest thing with a guy with a parrot.
I was there.
I know. I'm telling you, bro. That's it.
I thought you was telling me. Yeah, no.
My guy rocked up with the big speakers,
the speaker, Despacito was banging on.
Yeah, bro.
Next thing I saw, turned around and this parrot.
Bro, I thought that was fake as well. When you said that shit was moving.
Yeah, I thought it was fake. And all of a sudden his head just moved.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck is that? It's so...
Where do you even get parrots from, bro? I swear they're illegal or something.
Probably just smuggling. I don't know how he got it.
We got a comment, man.
It's from the one and only.
Hey, leave him alone now. Oh, stuff is that roasting, yeah. You got,
she's fine. I roast my style. She knows it. She roasts me too. She roasts me too with Big out here. And what I'm doing is I'm not actually wearing a jersey. So when I wear a jersey, it hides it a little bit. It's like that.
Yeah.
Now I've got the tight fit on.
No, you're looking at the, Euros going on right now, but you're looking like an official England supporter. Bro.
Oh yeah, let's bring up England support. That's my goal, right? My goal is to go to England.
I think you've got that goal.
No, wait, no, I've got more of a goal. And my goal is to grow the belly just a little bigger, yeah.
A little bigger.
Is to go to Wembley. Probably get like an England tattoo on my chest.
Yeah.
And go to Wembley and watch the England game and get on TV with no shirt on. That's the goal. I probably should have to shave my head bald as well.
You don't even need to grow a belly. Just, go down a size in your t-shirt, bro. They won't tell the difference, bro.
No, they just need to. You got to be shirtless. If you those guys on TV when they go on bald head, massive stomach.
Half the time, bro, their stomach be popping out of the shirt anyway, bro. So
all I'm saying, it's coming home, brother. It's coming home, my friend. It's coming home.
It's coming home. We live in England.
It's coming home, man.
Remember, you should be supporting.
It's coming home. Well, they're already fucking out.
Still even in it.
No, they were out.
Were they what?
They were in the Euros, yeah. But they got kicked out. Like,
were they even in the group stage?
Yeah, they were in the group stage. They were
even win a game.
I think so.
No, look, I was just
joking. To be fair, they were
in it. To be honest,
It wasn't a good group though. They was with Italy, Wales, and whoever else was in the group. They got battered by Italy. They got battered by Wales.
Bro, all I can say, bro, I kind of supporting Paul, Hotspur anyway. So
you're right as well.
Yeah, bro. If your team, bro, just isn't even in the Euros anymore, like they're dog shit, bro. Because it's literally free. I didn't even realize this. Like actually, my friend told me the other day, and I was like, no, three teams go through. It's like like Portugal, like won it as like a third seeded team last time, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Like when did they actually start doing that, bro?
Fuck knows, mate.
I swear they didn't do it. Like,
I'm not. I think it depends on how many points you've got as well. I don't follow the Euros that closely to understand.
I'm saying Slovakia.
All I'm saying is
Slovakia won one game, bro, and they literally got through. Right.
All I'm saying is coming up. That's it. Right. I've got confidence in the boys. I don't really. I'm just bluffing out my ass. But you got to have confidence, right? Just like the Saints have got to have confidence in.
But I'm supporting France, bro.
France?
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, half their team's like Nigerian. Rather than French players are actually French, bro. Come on now.
Before we get into actual football, one point I do want to bring up, right, is Turkey would be one of the best teams, right? And hear me out. If a lot of German players are half Turkish,
Ozil
is one of them, yeah.
If
they decided they was gonna go and play for the Turkish team and not the German team because they know how successful the German team is, I'm saying
some Turkish players, bro.
Huh?
Use some more Turkish German players.
Turkish German. There's that Gundogan who plays for Man City. I know he's Turkish German as well. There's fucking loads of them, bro. Half the German team is like half Turkish as well. Loads of Turks live in Germany. I sound like I'm a official rep for Turkey. Like you should come play for Turkey, man. Take the success somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They just want the easy path to success.
Exactly. They got kicked out in the World Cup by Japan, so they ain't no easy.
Germany.
Yeah. 2018, they got kicked out by Japan or Mexico. One of them.
Oh, Japan. Yeah, I thought with Japan, bro. Yeah, man.
That honestly was one of the weirdest days. I guess it's time to actually move on to some sort of actual football. Yeah. Actual football.
Not soccer, bro.
Not soccer. We'll call it soccer because we're on an NFL podcast. And right, so I want to move on, and I want to get your opinion. Obviously, we talked about fantasy football, and we're trying to get you into fantasy football. So, what I want to know is, do you agree with my opinions? Now, what I did,
I will get a list up.
I will get the list up. So, I wrote an article, and I've had this in the works for a while, and it is my top 5 QBs in regards to fantasy football. So that's not just how I think. If I give like a top 5 list, it would be completely different because there's a complete difference between fantasy and how they actually are on the field. Not a huge difference, but when it comes to who you want for points, big difference, right? So we have this article, and I give my top 5, and obviously I've got some stats in there. I've not just left it completely blank, but I'll give you my top 5 list, and then because it's debate at 9 right now. Debate at 9.
Yeah, 9.
We can go over it.
Bro, we need to find a word that rhymes, bro.
What with 9?
Yeah, bro. On the line at 9, bro.
On the line at 9.
Yeah, bro.
Right, fuck it. We'll go on the line at 9. With on the line at 9, I'll give you my list, right?
Yeah.
And you can question me on these. So I'm going to give you the last year's rank, right? So according to the actual, how the official point schemes, like the official scoring in fantasy football for QBs, where they were last season altogether, right? At number 5, I've got Lamar Jackson. His last year rank was number 10, okay?
Yeah.
Number 4, I have Dak Prescott. Obviously, his last year rank was number 33 because he was out.
Didn't play,
Number 3, Kyler Murray. His last year was ranked at number 2. Patrick Mahomes is my number 2nd. Is that my number at the second spot? At the second spot, Patrick Mahomes the 2nd.
Yeah.
His last year's rank was number 4, and then at the number 1 spot, do you guess who I have the number 1 spot?
Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm not.
Tom Brady.
No. This is fantasy QBs, man. I'm not.
Oh yeah, he's that guy, bro.
Yeah,
you're the one. Throws the ball.
You have no idea.
No. It's things.
God, who do you, out of all the QBs that I haven't mentioned there, who do you think would be?
It's Russell Wilson.
It's not Russell Wilson.
No. I'm not Russell Wilson. The guy that that looks like him.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
That's yeah, I knew that. Looked quite similar.
Last year he was ranked at number 1 as well. So they're my top 5 QBs: Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. They're obviously going by fantasy, so it's completely different. What do you think? And I mean,
obviously it's fantasy, but still like some element of like actual skill in it. So
yeah, of course.
Josh Allen, can't really argue with that, bro.
But I did have one guy try to debate it with me, and his idea was him being at number 1 spot last year he's like bound for a drop off, right?
But that's not. You could do better.
He could do better, right? Yeah. So what is this?
But they're not gonna do better.
This is what I said, right? If you look at like why QBs drop off, right? It's either because they're losing like a big player, right? Or there's been sort of like some form of change, a decline in their offense, or a decline in you know what I mean. There's a factor usually you can pinpoint to.
I don't think. I mean, technically, they do have to do better or worse, but I think they're gonna just stay the same more or less, or like he's gonna stay the same.
My opinion was start of the season he was doing quite well, but he never really had time to like be that number 1 QB because he was still learning how Diggs was playing. Right, he was still learning because he really came out of his element last season. Right, like a couple years before, people were like, "Is Josh Allen really the guy?" Now everyone's like, "No, Josh Allen is the guy." And he's probably the guy that can go ahead and beat Patrick Mahomes. Like we're talking like a rivalry where we could see these guys fight down the line for like many seasons to come, right? This guy.
So no, we're not talking about Tua, bro.
We're not talking about Tua. No, I'm not putting in this conversation.
Bro, calm down, buddy.
No,
it's not.
He's not coming in this conversation. I'm not putting. Like, Josh Allen is a guy who's on an upward rise, right? You can't say he's not on the down. He's had a great season. He's coming up. The team's looking good. They did lose. I think his name is Brown, but they replaced him with Emmanuel Sanders. And to be fair, looking at both their resumes, like
they low key the same.
Yeah, their practice. But to be fair, the one thing I rate more of Emmanuel Sanders is the amount of teams he's played on.
So technically,
and how many veteran QBs he's been around.
Obviously at their prime. I'm pretty sure Emmanuel Sanders is a lot better than John Brown, but so I mean that's at least something.
Yeah, like Emmanuel Sanders is someone I feel like he's reliable.
Yeah, he will get open. Yeah, like he used to be number 1 receiver.
Yeah,
in Denver.
So I mean, he's played around some good QBs. He's been around the league long, so I feel confident in replacing that spot. There's nothing there that I see as a decline, so that's why I put him as number 1 spot.
Yeah,
is there anything you think I've got like wrong with him being him at number 1? He's got that arm.
I can't even argue.
He's got that connection.
Yeah, you can run, you can throw. Like, I can't argue.
He's got 6. Is he like 6'5"?
Yeah, but I think the Bucs look just gonna do worse this season.
You think the Bucs are gonna do worse?
I'm in the Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good record to put up last year, right?
13-3. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard to beat.
As long as
they have to do better, though. They can't not 13-3.
Well, I mean, he could do better.
Oh, yeah,
he could do better. That's all I care about. If I'm a fantasy, I don't care how the fuck they play.
This is the mentality of fantasy.
This is the mentality. It don't matter if they win or lose. If he throws 5 touchdowns, it's like when the Chiefs played the Rams in that like absolute showdown, right?
Oh yeah.
Don't matter who the fuck won. Yeah. Don't matter who the fuck won. At the end of the day, as long as your QB's throwing like 4 or 5 touchdowns, you know what I mean?
Happy days. Literally, people that literally will die over fantasy football, bros. Literally the same people that they want to trade away their best players for like 10 draft picks, bro. And then they just every time they get a new player, they just want to trade them for draft picks.
Fantasy football, it becomes an addiction. But some people take the addiction too far. We'll go back to the list. What players in there? Is there any questions you have for me about that list or about why I've got each player at each position?
You know what? So, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Jackson,
Prescott,
Josh Allen. It was
Prescott.
You know what? Not really, because low key, like, you know, they're all quarterbacks that they can all run, and then they can all like give you good throwing. Like, you know, Lamar Jackson not really as much, but you know, they can all give
that
you.
That was the only guy that I really worried about putting up there. Like,
I think it's the
last year's rank was number 11.
Yeah, you could swap. Probably Lamar Jackson is probably one you could swap
out for anyone.
Yeah,
it's just something like there's something in me that makes me feel like he'll have just a bit of a better season. I feel like with that one playoff win, he's finally got off that Lamar Jackson's not, he's not going to take you anywhere. He finally got that playoff win. I have some faith in the Ravens, him sort of coming into his shell, if that makes sense. Coming out of his shell, stop being a running QB and start really becoming that QB that you can rely on your arm and your legs.
And I saw they just drafted Bateman. But did he go to the Ravens?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure he went to the Ravens.
And I've got down his last year's rank, right? So he had was number 10, sorry, not number 11.
Mm-hmm.
His average points per game was 22.79. He combined for 341.78 points, which is not awful. But we look at Kyler Murray on there. He had 24. Then Patrick Mahomes 25. Josh Allen 25 as well. The one guy who actually did have the most average points per game was Dak Prescott, and he was number 33. Obviously, he only played 4.5 games, so he didn't really.
Yeah.
But I think the one reason I had Dak on that list, right? Let's be honest, that Dallas Cowboys defense isn't really letting anyone stay on that field for a long period of time. That he's going to get his rest, right? He's going to have his rest. They're probably
they're bad or good.
They're bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long they'll keep each drop, but he's going to have rest and he's going to be on the field a lot, and he's probably going to be chasing leads a lot, right? So he has the opportunity to put up some absolute big numbers. Their offense is a good offense. You can't you can't lie. And you've seen him last season, just playing catch up, and he was working. At the end of the day, I don't care if he wins or loses, but he's putting up points, and so that's the reason and he's paid. All this fiasco about is Dak going to get paid? Is Dak going to go to the Cowboys? It's off his shoulders. You got a QB with a clear mind, a team with a clear mind, and actually know where they're going.
Yeah,
and all they've got to do is just fix that defense. Offense is fine, so that's why I put him up where he was. But I don't know about if you think he's in top 5, but I've got a lot of faith in that guy. I think he's one of fantasy wise, he's one of the best QBs to have.
I mean, yeah, as I was saying, I feel like they're all they're both I mean, all of the people kind of good at both things. And it's it's them ones that might be in the trenches of some of the games, and it's
fundamentally balanced, but they still
I felt they get you a lot of yards.
The one QB there's two QBs that I was really debating should they be in this list, should they not?
Jackson and Murray. Jackson and Murray.
No, sorry, two QBs that aren't in the list. I was debating if they should replace anyone in this. Russell Wilson. Right, because that guy, he has some amazing starts in the season.
Yeah, bro, man had an MVP start for the first
and then
a couple of weeks.
And then it just drops. If you look at, I had him in one of my teams, and it was 30 points, 27 points, 28 points.
Bro, that's a good amount of points what's the maximum amount of points you can get for a week, bro?
There's no max. There is no max.
Oh. All right.
There's no max. Yeah. There's also no minimum. You can go negative as well. For anyone who doesn't know, Sean is unknown to the world of fantasy, and we are going to get you in the league, and you are gonna get into it. I promise you that now. It will make fantasy football is the only thing that will make you want to watch the Bengals and the Jets on a Thursday night game. If you've got someone on your team, you need to win the week.
Right, trust me, nothing's making me watch.
I can tell you now. I've got my ass up on a Thursday night and watched like the Browns versus the Giants to see how well OBJ was going to do because he was in my opponent's fantasy team.
Trust me, that is something I can sleep for, and then I'll live with the result.
You'll see. I think you'll see.
Realistically, bro, the only way I'm watching a game like that is if I have money bet on it, bro.
When you get into fantasy football, you really get into fantasy football.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things where you don't think it, just watch the results. But then you feel like you sit down and you're watching the players and you focus on one player. Yeah. I feel like a coach, man. I feel like a coach.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking at NFL Red Zone and I'm like, he's had a good game. I might have to pick him up. I might have to pick him up. I might have to trade for him. And I feel like a coach, but
I'm a coach, GM, bro.
I feel like the whole GM. I'm in this. I feel like I'm in Madden franchise mode and I'm making all the decisions. And it's such a fun thing. It makes the boring games actually fun. You know what I mean?
I'd actually be a GM.
You know where we watched Red Zone, right? We've been at Annie's burger bar, and we've been watching Red Zone. Huh?
Free plug for them.
True.
Inauguration.
True.
They should actually probably sponsor us, bro.
I love a good burger from Annie's.
Same. Bro.
Anyway, this video hasn't been sponsored by I wish we get it. I mean,
that might be something after see
if they gave us a free burger, the promotion would be all over.
No, obviously, at least probably 1K viewers on a bad day, bro. So at this point, bro, that's exactly a lot of free promotion for them, bro.
No, but you watch a game that's pointless game.
Yeah.
But then
it gives you some
tight end your tight end will make, and you're like. Is that my guy? Is that my guy just scored? And then you check your fantasy. Perfect. And I mean, but going quickly back, two guys Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
They're two guys. The only reason I wanted to put Aaron Rodgers in there. It's the only reason I didn't was because I don't know where this guy's going to end up. Maybe he pulls a Le'Veon Bell and sits up. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, so I think Russell Wilson's a good QB, but he's got to be consistent. Rodgers, I know what's going on with him. So for who?
This is gonna link into next week's topic. We're gonna be doing
a prediction for who? For who?
But they're gonna have the best season, bro.
Who?
MVP. They're winning MVP, bro.
Who?
Tua, bro. True, bro. You know what I'm saying? Watch, bro. He's literally, bro. He's throwing at least 50 touchdowns, bro. At least 50 touchdowns, bro. Probably not even any picks. Maybe one or two. He's unlucky, bro. I'm literally predicting a 50 touchdown season from Tua, bro. I'm predicting this, bro.
This is,
you know what I'm saying. He might score at least 4 or 5 touchdowns in his first game of the season, bro. I guess
this is what supporting Miami does to you. This is what supporting Miami does to you. Makes you very delusional. There's no way he graces 50 touchdowns in his career.
That's disrespectful.
Oh, accumulate touchdowns. Yeah, I'm not on about that. I'm talking about. That's stupid. Of course he will, but I'm talking about.
You never know.
Season. I know for a fact that I know you've got a lot of faith in him. And don't get me wrong, I feel like he's a good QB. There's no way he's a guy who could put 50.
No, bro, because realistically, Dan Marino, his second season, took him to the Super Bowl. It's pretty sure that MVP season,
you're just thinking about 17 games. You're just thinking about a few extra touchdowns.
Right. It's literally 50 touchdowns, 2 interceptions at most.
I wish I could take you seriously.
Super Bowl.
I wish I could take you seriously.
Probably Super Bowl MVP as well, bro. Probably play the Bucs. Easy drop off, bro. Tom Brady's old, bro. At this point.
In the Super Bowl. He's old. That's what you're telling me. He just went to another Super Bowl. You're telling me that dropped off is going to meet Tua in the Super Bowl, but he's old.
probably the team has been carrying like the running
backs
and the defense. Yeah. Bro, you telling me that? Me that Peyton Manning, bro, was a force in the last Super Bowl he played in, bro? No.
He was carried by defense, bro.
Exactly.
All carried by defense.
But the thing is,
before we move on, I want a realistic prediction, because this is going to be a clip. This is going to be a YouTube clip. I'm telling you this because we need to keep this on there, and I need this for complete record. An honest opinion. I want you to be completely honest. Yeah, like 100%. What do you think Tua will get? Obviously, you can say you think he potentially could get 50 touchdowns, but honestly,
bro? Literally minimum 40 touchdowns, bro. That's like very absolute.
But why do you feel like you got so much faith in this guy? What is it that you've got faith in Tua?
It's Lefty Marino, bro. It's Lefty Marino.
That's it. That's the only reason you got faith. That's the only reason you got faith in him.
Bro, let's do some quick, mathematics, bro.
Okay.
I'm saying he dropped. I think it was 11 touchdowns. I think he played 8 games, bro.
I think he got 10.
Oh no, yeah,
10 or 11.
Maybe 9.5, bro. So now if we do 9.5 again, then that's 19. And then take away 2, and then that's how many games you have in a season. So then, if you just do it quick, that's at least 19 touchdowns, bro.
At least 19. So a long way from 50.
Yeah, and that's just him. That's just him playing a full season, bro. So keep in mind it's his second season, so automatically doubles. So that's,
Okay, hold on. Bro, so 40 is his 40, 50. You have his. All right, I'm saying, cool. You can class that as his ceiling. What do you think is?
No.
What do you think his floor is?
No, his floor is 40 touchdowns. Because you didn't even let me 40. You didn't even let me finish this. So he has. So if you would have played a full season, you would have had 19 touchdowns last season, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I said, automatically it doubles. Because second year, so it's automatic double. So it's 38 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's improved this year as well. So he's gonna improve. Well, he's improving this year because he didn't actually get to train last time, so he was rehabbing. So that's an extra probably 5 or 10. No, probably 5 touchdowns. So that's like 40 something. And then the team's he's got better wide receivers now. So then that's like another 10. So I think realistically we're looking at like 50, 51 or 2 touchdowns, bro.
What is the dessert you make? You usually get in like a pancake mix, and you put it into it's like a machine. You know what I'm talking about? Usually people have them for breakfast.
Pancakes.
Into a W. No, I like pancakes. Kind of like pancakes. I know. I'm just waiting for him to talk it. What do you make at work?
Milkshakes.
No, but it's like a pancake.
Or Belgian waffles.
Yeah, take away the Belgian. What you got?
Waffles.
You waffling. You are waffling. Let me go.
Bro, what are you talking about right now?
You are waffling.
Why?
You think his floor is 40?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Maybe 39, but 38, but
40, okay. Respectfully, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Why?
Let's. So.
Bro, you're clearly a casual, bro. 30, you don't even know
38,
anything.
38. Let's go over QBs who graced 38 and above.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, yeah, he's better than all of those.
He's not.
Well, probably this year, yeah. It probably will be. Brady's old. Aaron Rodgers, doesn't even have any wide receivers. We have better receivers than the Packers. Patrick Mahomes, okay, fair given that he's probably better. And then, when this Russell Wilson, bro, he gets sacked all the time, bro.
When this clip gets released, saying no way, no one's calling me a casual. There's no way.
You're clearly an NFL casual, bro. He's dropping at least 40 touchdowns, bro. What are you talking about? Come on, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna be MVP. And when literally, bro, they announce MVP and it's 2, or even maybe he gets hold and he comes second or something, but he's literally gonna have No, at least 40
touchdowns. If Tua gets MVP, I will get a tattoo of Tua on my leg.
Oh, bro, actually, yeah. Deal. No, not even on your leg, bro. It has to be on your forehead.
Nah, we can't do forehead. Man needs a job. I need a job at some point. We'll get it on the leg. And if Tua gets if Tua gets under 38, being that's his floor, what do you want to get? You should get a love heart on your forehead if you want. You should get a love heart and have Tua for life. Or how many touchdowns he threw. I'd like that.
Or if obviously,
yeah.
Well, if he doesn't do it, realistically, I shouldn't do anything because it's not my fault. Because I'm not him, bro. Like if it was me,
you gotta have faith in that QB. You gotta have faith in that QB.
Well, I think
the floor. You could just tell me his floor's 1, so you can be safe.
Nah, because that's not true. Anyone's floor could be 1, bro.
Unless you're Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, probably. Bro, my floor would be at least 20. Bro, come on.
We'll take the break. We'll take the break. We'll be back and we'll have our final segment before we need to get Sean some oxygen and
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll be back very soon with our next segment.
guys, last segment of the day, man. It's gonna be a kind of short one, because it's just news is a bit slow this week, but we basically finna talk about Le'Veon Bell, man, and just
the man, the myth,
exactly,
the legend.
No, I wouldn't say that, but
once.
Well, yeah, once upon a time, bro.
Once was a legend. Now,
this point, bro, it's kind of peak for him, bro.
Now is
I got a comment. Where's Dom?
Disappeared now.
The official Russian. No clue where Dominic is. No. Who knows, man? Probably in the streets of St. Anne's or something, bro. I don't know.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Let's get back into Le'Veon Bell. Not Dom. So yeah, I mean, Le'Veon Bell has had one hell of a career. Let's be honest. Le'Veon Bell has had one hell of a career. So this guy got obviously drafted to the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Yeah.
From Michigan State, and arguably became at one point, I don't know if you could say it, obviously not but one of the best running backs when he was, I'm talking, like 2015 Le'Veon Bell, 2014 Le'Veon Bell, 2060, like that sort of time period, he was one of the best, right? Like this guy, the one thing that I thought was really notable when you watched this game was like how he just sat behind the line and continued to move, wait, and go. Like he had it down, and then saying that his career is now gone. Actually, down.
Yeah, bro. I remember like the Steelers played the Dolphins in the playoffs like yeah, bro, and he cooked us, bro.
And they won, I guess, eh?
Huh?
Probably they won it, right?
But bro, I'm not being funny, bro. You think the Dolphins, being the Steelers in the playoffs game?
Tell me.
Next season they are, but this was a couple of years. We had, we didn't even have Tannehill, bro. He was injured.
He was your quarterback.
Matt Moore.
Holy.
No, low key, bro. He did take us to the playoffs. He did, bust up a couple of teams. So I gotta get some respect.
Fair play, Matt Moore. But with Le'Veon, right?
Did he leave? No, he never made it here, mate. Well, yeah.
With Le'Veon, we have a guy who was once at his time one of the best to play, and then he's dropped off now. Free agent. He's fighting with Andy Reid over comments made. I want to remind you of one thing. Do you remember when this guy started with music?
I just remember when he started working in McDonald's or something, bro. No, what? I mean, you went to go work at McDonald's or something. How did you know? I can tell you're a casual.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
You bring that,
bro. It may not have been McDonald's, but
what, like a serious thing?
Yeah, bro.
There's no way. Was he had his sit-out season with the Steelers?
Yeah, I think that's when he went.
And then he got signed to the Jets. So I'm assuming it probably with it.
Yeah. He went to work at Dairy Queen, bro.
There's no way.
Yeah, he follows through with fast food. He applied for it, Yeah.
What?
That's crazy, bro.
He went to work at...
Yeah, he went to work at Dairy Queen, bro, or something like that.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Le'Veon Bell, what shall we say about him? Obviously, was a good running back. Bro, Is it the end of the road?
Yeah, I'd say. But I think, you could probably piggyback onto a championship,
Well, you tried that with the Chiefs. Fucked up his opportunity.
I know, bro. It's probably the down point in his career, bro. He decided to go to the fucking Jets, bro. At that point, I mean...
If you're looking at it from a team standpoint, do you really want a guy in your locker room who has obviously attitude issues. Yeah. At some point, somewhere down the line, there's no, he decides he's going to sit out. He's not going to play for a team. He gets basically kicked out from the Jets by Adam Gase. Like he's not, and then he joins the Chiefs.
Oh, bro, and he had the chance to join the Dolphins as well, bro. And then I'm saying,
right, yeah, Dolphins are one of the teams that
it was between the Dolphins and the Chiefs. He tried to go the easy way, bro. And that's what happened. Now he's trying to jump onto the Dolphins thing as well, bro.
This guy is more interested in actually crushing the whole.
I'm saying free ice cream. You work at Dairy Cream, bro.
Free ice cream, true. I mean,
it's probably done. Maybe he's kind of rich. Probably don't need free ice cream.
But if you're working there, you get free ice cream. Bro. Yeah, I can't say no. And it's just a weird way for like a guy of his talent to fall off and drop into the position of being like a nobody.
That's low-key what Antonio Brown did, though.
But the one thing about Antonio Brown is he came back.
Yeah, but I probably think half the people don't even know he played in that Super Bowl.
Antonio Brown, he scored a touchdown.
I know he did.
You know what I mean? So,
bro, but you wouldn't even know it was him.
But then he still came back. Yeah, but if anything, he's put himself in a better situation. Le'Veon Bell just seemed to.
You think he's a Hall of Famer, by the way?
Who?
Antonio Brown.
Difficult. It's a very difficult. You got to think that the Hall of Famers are picked by a committee, right?
Bro, I actually don't know what they're doing, bro. Terrell Owens, bro. Because I've seen the YouTube. I probably didn't get into his fourth time or something.
First fourth application of it.
And he finished, second, receiving yards, and then touchdowns or something. So, bro, at that point,
there's some legends who are waiting to go in the Hall of Fame, and they are literally just absolute legends in the game, and some of them die before they even reach the Hall of Fame anyway. And there's obviously, but if Antonio Brown gets in the Hall of Fame, if he didn't have that fuck up in his whole career, obviously he would have.
Yeah.
I think at the time he was one of the. I know you mean you can maybe make the same argument for Bell if he continued to have the magic he did with the Steelers, but. Once again,
bro, low-key, that Steelers team was decent, bro. It's just a couple of times they got unlucky, bro. One time, obviously it's the
what year Steelers are we talking?
Probably, I think probably 27. When they didn't get home field advantage against the Patriots because that stupid call. With the tight end where he caught it, and it was clearly a catch.
No, it wasn't a catch.
No, it was a catch.
I know what you're trying to say. Obviously
the Patriots, they always need as much help as they can get, bro.
Still won.
Yeah, but it was bullshit, bro. Bro, if we was having a boxing match and I stabbed you, just pull out shank on my
they did drop the ball. What's that got to do?
Okay.
What's that got to do with this? What's that got to do with the Steelers?
So let's say we're having a boxing match, and then I punch you in the face.
Yeah.
And I knock you out, and then I get disqualified because they said I punched in the back of the head. But that's literally the same thing that happened. But in a football context,
but the funny thing is, in a boxing context, punching someone in the back of the head is illegal. Just like dropping the football isn't a touchdown.
But he didn't drop it though.
It was a drop. It touched the floor. Come on. Ignore that anyway, because what's that on about? What are we going on about the Steelers being a good team?
Yeah, I'm saying they could have made a super. They was in contention every year. They was making the conference finals, and then they kept getting dropped off by the Patriots.
Yeah, so. and Bell was probably one of the reasons they were up there. Because let's be honest, Ben Roethlisberger is not been this carry QB who's been able to carry the team there.
Oh yeah,
and. I mean, Bell, his stats are off the board. If you think there wasn't this whole where he sat out the season, do you think he would have stayed the same, or do you feel like after a couple of years he sort of would have dropped off?
Nah, I feel like NFL players kind of drop off anyway, bro. Like,
so what you think? You think he would have just dropped off?
Apart from like, let's not include QBs, bro. Who's the last person you can remember that has just been like good for like a good 9 years, bro? Probably not even 9 years. Like 6-7 years, bro.
What consistently?
From like the time you started watching football to now, yeah.
Disregard QBs.
Yeah. And like obviously kickers and punters and that.
Specialists. Long snappers.
Bro,
I don't
snapper, bro.
Huh?
I could not name you a long snapper if my life depended on it.
True. You got the point where no one's it. There's consistency, but then there's not consistency. It's like everyone has their dips. But that's what I was going to say. I don't think he would have been able to keep up what he was.
And I feel like kind of his like style of play was special, bro. But I think as he gets older and you don't have that same like explosiveness.
Even then, yeah. You look at how it was in the Jets. Awful. He played dog shit in the Jets.
Bro, play for the Jets, bro.
But it doesn't matter to the extent. If you're a good player, you still be productive.
I'm productive on the Jets.
All right, then cool. He went to the Chiefs.
Huh?
He went to the Chiefs, a Super Bowl capable team. How did he play then?
Who?
The Chiefs.
At first I thought you said Cooley went to the Chiefs, and I was like, bro, what are you on about?
No,
that's because they didn't have an offensive line, bro.
They did. It just got all damaged.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but during the season, he's nowhere to be seen.
But that's because they didn't even play him like half the time. They gave him like 4 carries.
Exactly. That's where his downfall is. Obviously, there was a reason why he wasn't starting. You got to think if this guy is so good and he had the talent he had when he was playing with the Steelers, why is he not?
That's not always. It's not always his fault, bro. I have to bring it back to the season, bro. Prime me, bro. I literally got 2 targets in a game. It doesn't really make sense, bro.
It's not targets, a handoff.
Yeah, but it's
a handoff. It's a Super Bowl winning team.
Same principle.
It's an offense. It's an offense who absolutely misuse. They use everyone on that.
So I reckon you could still rush for like 700, maybe 800 yards, bro. If he came, I wouldn't want him on the Dolphins because he had the opportunity probably twice to come here, bro, and he didn't. So he's just a bit upset now that
and also the way he is not
probably
the guy you want on.
Yeah, so he's not respectfully he's not allowed to come onto the team.
Make the decision.
But I think he wouldn't be terrible. I think he's been misused over the last couple of years, bro. So what I'm saying, so I just think he's been misused.
So I disagree. I think the reason for his downfall in the past couple of years, obviously, his sit out, his lack of. Obviously, if you're sitting out, you don't want to play. There's a lack of desire to play football. I feel like number one, his heart really wasn't in it, and number two, he's obviously got issues off the field.
Yeah,
personal issues where he's maybe in a locker room. I know he said he was good friends with the Chiefs players, but it seems like he's got an issue with coaches, right? Like sitting out, doesn't want to get don't want to play for the Steelers, and he gets kicked off by Adam because he liked to tweet on Twitter saying he should get traded from the Jets. And then now he's calling out Andy Reid. So there's obviously some issue, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Even if he was to stay with the Steelers, he still wouldn't have. There would be some rock in the road where.
Maybe you should go back to the Steelers, bro.
No way. There's no way in a million years.
Right, Antonio Brown.
There's no way in a million years. Mike Tomlin created a weird culture down there. Antonio Brown went loopy. Le'Veon Bell went loopy. It's one weird time down with the Steelers. And Juju Smith's gone loopy as well with all his TikToks and shit. All I'm saying is Pittsburgh makes you go crazy, and I won't want to work down there. But
Pittsburgh, bro, what do you expect?
It's true. Before we finish it up really quickly, do you think he obviously free agent now? Do you think he gets re-signed before the start of the season? And if so, what team do you think he gets signed to, or do you think he either gets signed later on in the season or completely bypassed on?
Yes. Without question.
Yeah.
He will probably get signed to some team.
Do you think before the season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon the team will pick him up.
Who? What team do you think needs?
Well, as much as I, wouldn't appreciate it, the Dolphins have no like running backs. But then at the same time, he's not like an amazing running back anymore.
Mm.
But
we
could use it. Maybe just go to the Patriots or something, bro.
I think we're okay in that department. We'll happily give him to the Dolphins. Don't worry. Well, we'll have it. I think,
bro, at this
point,
probably,
if your running backs are low, then I think something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how confident you feel in your running backs, but I just won't want to bring a guy in the locker room who over the past couple of weeks has shown that there's obviously some tension between him and the coach. Why would I want to bring it to my locker room?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he gets signed later on in the season. I think he probably gets signed to
maybe
another 1 year deal.
Maybe it's like a team, that's doing good, and then he probably try to hop on another, championship run.
They've got to want him. They've got to want him.
Yeah, maybe a team could use some extra, help, and maybe one of their players goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Towards we'll probably see it if it's that running back position is kind of iffy. Let's get someone in there just in case that could. Take some extra reps. Maybe someone's got an injury that could, potentially, they don't want them running every single play. But I mean, for that, Le'Veon Bell's sort of past his prime and his situation is sticky. But
I have a question, man.
Okay.
It's a very important question, bro.
Go ahead.
Super important, bro.
That's
how it dictate what type of person you are, bro.
Okay.
Obviously, earlier we talked about coach got slimed or something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, usually, they get drenched with the Gatorade, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, to anyone that's listening, or comment your favorite flavor. What's your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
Of Gatorade, yeah. Well, I've only tried 2. All right,
2.
All right,
which ones, bro?
I've only tried the orange one, which I'm guessing is that the original one?
No, I think lemon lime is original.
Actually, well, I already tried the orange and the blue.
Which blue? There's
just a light. I don't know. It's just a light
2
blue
or
one.
3 different blue ones.
It was a light blue one. I have no idea what it was.
No, you're probably right because I'm not gonna lie. I've probably only had 3 or 4 different flavors, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is ass, bro. Because I don't know, bro. When I first had the orange, the first time I ever tried Gatorade, I was in Miami, and I was 14 or something, bro. And I don't know, bro, if my taste buds were expecting, that type of drink, but
the orange tastes like shit.
But the orange just tasted, bro. That shit just island, bro. Maybe if I did 9, it tastes
rainberry.
Bro, I can't search it, bro. I can tell, but I'm gonna tell you the best flavor right now, bro. It's the blue one, but it's the super light blue one, bro.
That's the one.
I think
that's the one I'm on.
Not cool blue that they sell in the UK. The super light blue one, icy blue or something.
No idea.
Rainberry. Let me see.
This is a super important question.
Right, no, this is a very important question, bro. Rainberry Gatorade, bro.
Go ahead. Let's see. See if I can get you the one.
What is this? It's not even, bro. It's come. I don't even think that's a flavor.
Okay, so the one that I got was cool blue.
Oh wait, no, that isn't. Cool blue.
Cool blue.
Wait.
Orange and the cool blue.
But that one's purple, the rainberry one, bro. No, hold up. Ice blue, I think.
So I'll tell you now, we've got no position to be talking about Gatorade.
No position?
No, I haven't even tried all the flavors, man.
Not cool blue. What's the other blue one called, bro? No, bro. Glacier Freeze, bro. I think that's the right one. Yeah, bro, Glacier Freeze, but that should be. But that tastes like blueberry or something, bro.
Tastes like Glacier,
bro.
Pure Glacier.
Took
it from the Antarctic, bro. Oh, that's why there's no ice. All your Gatorade drinks. Despicable, man. Absolutely despicable. I don't know too much about Gatorade, but was that the super important question?
Actually, no, that's not even. That's only part one to the question.
Part one to the question.
Let's follow up for all the fans watching is favorite crisp, bro. American or chips. My favorite American. Chips.
Fuck, I don't need them. I'll give this one for my girlfriend. We'll go with Takis.
Taki, bro.
Actually, I don't know if you can class them as American. I don't know, like Mexican or something.
Bro, I mean, I ain't even had Takis, but I have to go with the not the Doritos, bro. I'm sure Cheetos, bro. Flaming hot, crunchy Cheetos, bro. This shit, bro. It's kind of links in because Gatorade actually, they're an NFL sponsor, and Cheetos, bro.
Are they an NFL sponsor?
Well, they are the NFL is sponsored by. Yeah, fam, they have Gatorade that all that.
No, I'm not about Gatorade. I'm about Cheetos.
Oh no, Cheetos on.
Cheetos on.
You need, bro. If you talk about drink, you need to talk about the snack as well, bro. It's only right, bro. It's only right.
It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But I'll go with the only Gatorade that I actually enjoyed, which was the cool blue one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just go with Takis. Even though I don't like them. I don't know.
When did you have them?
Once.
In Boston?
Nah, we got some sent over. And they're spicy. And I don't like spice. I'm not a spice guy.
Jalapeno Cheetos. I think I've heard of that flavor, I'm a flaming hot guy myself, man. So.
I bet that kind of wraps up the episode.
Kind of wraps up, bro.
With the end of the food. And if you guys want to stay around and want to listen every single Thursday, our podcast is live. We upload it on YouTube, and we have a podcast format that uploads on the Friday. If you're new around here, make sure you stay up to date. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Subscribe on the podcast if you listen via podcast. And not much more to say. Go check out the website, atppodcast.net, and hopefully we'll see you around. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you very soon.